It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll be watching the Browns' creative quarterback. He's been sensational as he leads
Yeah, these are the, I think I'm going to stick with those unis for the away. Like the all white on the away. It actually looks good with the brown pants, but I'll do it on another game.
We're going to see how much light is left by the end of this
then at home we'll do the brown. I think that'd be cool.
EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Everyone's still celebrating the return of regular season football, and we're away in week 2. He stopped on the return of the 27. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
And he wonders, he's about to take his first snap today. Yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great. No interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
A tight end in motion now. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
First and 10 from the 41. Another run for Williams. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Nix looking to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Nix from the gun. To the left and hauled in by Likely. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Nix. Into the hands of Likely. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Broncos will have a first down. A handoff for Williams, running left. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, He's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Gets it running a sweep. And he's brought down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over him.
Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Browns kick is up and good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their 4th-year quarterback.
He's definitely one of the stars in this league, a true franchise quarterback. And when you're at this level, Kate, you want to put your imprints on this game right from the jump.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 27. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Back to throw now. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So flip the field, folks. It's 1st and 10 inside of enemy territory now. They're throwing it. Has him on the quick hitter. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that gives the Browns a 1st. From the red zone now. Chased out to his right.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He'll get a couple, and now they face 3rd and goal from the 6. Now looking to throw. Cut near the goal line. That's a Cleveland touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Riley Patterson on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns, who won up the opposing field goal, they start with 7 on their opening drive. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Broncos headed out for their second drive of the game. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Give to Williams from the gun. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it, he watches the tape the next day, and he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the 1st down.
And it can't hurt you with the return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. Second drive coming up for this Cleveland offense. And that last impressive touchdown drive, well, they'll have to see if they can repeat that. They're backed up again to start this one. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Putting a receiver in motion. Play action on 1st down. Flushed out. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again following the sack. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. He's going to throw this one. Jump off, caught by his back. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness that's more importantly, to stop it.
The Broncos about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Straight ahead with Williams. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, two-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's third and less than a yard. Running for the marker with Williams. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. From the 34. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now Nix. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
His return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10. Looking to the air here. Buys time, rolling right. He's on the move. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's a give for Wright. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Darius Robinson there to make the tackle. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. From the 31. Complete out to the right side. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives the Browns a 1st. And with a half of football left to play, we can see already how close he is to that 100-yard mark in this game. Got to think that he stands a good chance of reaching it with plenty of time left to go. Working inside the red zone. Has it in close. Touchdown, Cleveland. So this solid first half continues for them. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach here, Kate, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. They've come out strong. They've been the ones dictating the tempo, and as a result, they add to the scoreboard.
Patterson on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns grow their lead to 8. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Broncos back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Throwing on first down, Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
At the 19-yard line.
Another try following the sack. Got Williams, and it's complete. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Making the stop that time, Kool-Aid McKinstry.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Browns will go on offense. Now this offense getting set to work here. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. They run it from the gun with Wright. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. The Browns with a long ways to go for a score. All right, here we go. Second down. He's dropping back to throw. Catch made over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the first. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They'll try and throw it here. Able to find Wright. And he's brought down after a short gain. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. New set of downs for him at the 38. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So 2nd down coming up. Pressure coming for Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. They need some extra time to think over 3rd and long. We've got a timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Nix off the play action. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. So a timely moment for a big play, and they get the first on 3rd and 19. Play action with Nix. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Now the Broncos take their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. The rest of the league can wait. We'll see how they're faring later. Our focus, it's on these two teams as we skip halftime and get right back to this contest. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Cleveland offense headed out for this first series of the second half. And they're very fortunate the turnover on downs and short field did not lead to points. They can thank their defense by putting a scoring drive together right now. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 29. He's got Harris. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, the fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that, a guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
They give it to him again. Crosses midfield, still going. And he takes this into enemy territory to the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They go play action here. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. Couldn't connect on first, it's 2nd down. Looking for a throw here. Setting up the running back screen. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
They'll cobble together a yard there. Brandon Jones up for the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Dropping back to throw. Cut out left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Defense still reeling from that last play. Now they're defending 1st and goal from the 3. They'll try and punch it in. Has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one right down the middle. And the Browns lead by 15 now. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Denver ready for another offensive possession. Their work really cut out for him now, partner, to follow up that touchdown and get things back to a 1-score game. Receiver in motion going left. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Shotgun snap to Nix. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up to the 44. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. They go with Williams on the counter. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Another run for Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Now 3rd and 5.
Nix from the gun. It's taken in by Williams. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Ethan Evans, the one to kick it away. This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. They've got first down from the 31. Blown back, it's the handoff. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
PB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Denver set to take the field on offense. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he's brought down for a loss.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
Complete out to the right. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Nix with it on first. Completed over the middle. Pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Short side option here. He's running left. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. Draw play. This is Williams. And he's tackled for a short gain. 1 yard on the play, and now they've got 4th down and 6. For the third time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. This is the end of the third quarter. And after that last-second score in the third, we'll resume play with a kickoff. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now run with right. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A split second, all to keep the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
He completes it in traffic. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Following that completion, a member of the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Wright running out of the gun. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Trying to throw here out of the gun. It is caught left side. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And hey, there's still time he could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Back to throw. He's got it at the 5. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Running behind center with Wright. Is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they've paid the price over and over again.
That one splits the uprights. And the Browns go up by 19. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Broncos running their offense out once again. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Nix. Fires right away, but incomplete.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, you can scratch that one from the playbook, and you're not going to call it again if you can't impact the D-tackle. You just saw him sitting right there. He was ready for a feast, and he buried that draw before it could get started.
Five men in the secondary for the Browns. Third down coming. Throwing from the gun. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. Here's Nix to throw. That's more with a catch out left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the unlikely conversion nets them a first down. Nix able to get it to Moore. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
At their 49-yard line.
They'll throw again. Nix finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Throwing it again here. Taken in by Likely. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's out just a second shy of reaching the red zone. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route. And then
caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And the Browns pick it up. The 40. At the 20. And this return will reach the end zone for a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns put up even more points in a win. That was awesome. The return became a question of, does he have enough steam to make it back before someone runs him down?
That is the most sprinting we're going to see him do on a football field, maybe his whole life. That distance, whole lot more than the few yards he's usually running towards quarterback in the pocket. But he had enough to reach that goal line. You're darn right he did. He could sense it, and he wanted it.
That one right down the middle. And the Browns continue piling onto this lead. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Broncos offense all set to go. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
To throw, here's Nix. Hits him on the out route. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 37. That's likely on the quick slant. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Please don't hand them a cheap touchdown.
Throwing here, Nix. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that means 3rd down coming up.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Nix from the gun. Throw left side, complete. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Broncos trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Throwing now from the gun. Into the hands of Likely. And they take him down right along the 30.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 now. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Desperation time here on 4th. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's the lone back on the handoff. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Back-to-back carries here. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3. So the Browns will take this win home with them. And they can be proud of their exploits down the road and overall so far this season as they improve to 2-0. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a well-earned win for the Browns, as we'll see you next time from Denver.